teniu clar què fareu l'any que ve?
Jo tinc moltes ganes de descobrir el que m'agrada. Fer allò que vull, el que he triat.
Sí, sentir que hi dediques 1000 hores, però el temps passa volant.
Jo vull conèixer gent, canviar d'aires i poder ser jo mateix.
Doncs jo crec que els propers 4 anys seran els millors de les nostres vides. Vull redescobrir-me, viatjar, trencar-me els esquemes, enamorar-me i, no sé, sentir alguna nou i diferent.
Jo sento nervis. Sabeu aquella sensació de quan alguna cosa nova i emocionant ha de passar?
Jo vull trobar els meus límits, creuar-los, arriscar-me, caure i aixecar-me els cops que facin falta.
Tots aquests anys pensant que aquest moment arribaria i mira'ns ara.
I tu, què faràs l'any que ve?
Good morning from Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona. Today is a very special day here. It's Autocross time. Welcome, Luis.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Albert. I think we are going to move a little bit the screen because if not, I mean, you have the camera, you have the...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Just
here we are. Yes.
There you
Hello,
go.
Good morning.
So you can see our beautiful faces right there here in the morning.
Beautiful faces. It's really optimistic.
Yeah. Beautiful day here in Barcelona. Not a single cloud in the sky. Obviously, the heat is just ramping up. And this is something that the teams will have to take into account, actually. First of all, the temperature of the track. The hotter, the better, of course, for the grip of the tires. But then again, if the cooling systems of the car are really struggling, really put to the limit, when the track reaches high temperatures, they might struggle.
Yeah.
So that might be a problem.
Totally right. So we are watching the third car.
Yes.
On track, because before we had like two cars, the University of Transylvania and Bath.
Yeah, the Uni of Transylvania and Uni of Bath have already completed their first drive around. Really early birds, actually, if I might say so myself, into the track, making sure that they're doing this calmly and just, well, you know, just getting acclimatized to the circuit and everything. But in some minutes, I think it's going to be, my prediction is that it's going to be quite a hectic morning. All the teams trying to compete on the last stint, on the last period of the autocross.
well, they seem to be really happy with this.
Yes, very
this-
promising. Yeah, very promising run from these guys just now.
It's a good. I don't know if you can hear.
Well, they're just
people
cheering
from
like
the
crazy.
teams
Yes,
cheering.
yes.
Yeah.
Like from this distance, I cannot really say what they're actually saying. Because I gotta say, really, we've got here a very privileged position today.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
can see pretty much the whole of the circuit.
85% of the
Yes,
circuit. Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
Yeah, and you can see like how this is actually different to a Formula One or a GT series or something like that. You can see that the circuit is actually marked by cones, by little like traffic cones, which are marked from are differentiated actually with the right side and the left side of the circuit, so that the driver can see where the track is, right? And the corners are actually really sharp, and this is like an adapted version of a racing circuit just for the Formula Student category, right? For the Formula Student division. And so the objective for today, being autocross, this is just fast lap, right? This is flying lap. So what they have to do is just like not tumble down any of the traffic cones and just make the lap just as fast as they possibly can.
totally. I mean, we've seen like two cars with 67 seconds more or less, 69 maybe.
Yes.
67, 69. I don't
Yeah,
know
the time to beat.
results of
Now the time to beat now is from the Uni of Bath with 67 seconds.
So yeah, more or less, the autocross track is going to be around 1 minute of effort, 1 minute of driving, 1 minute of
Pure
also
concentration,
joy.
actually. Pure concentration.
Concentration, but also I would say maybe joy for the driver. Do you think the driver is going to
Well, I mean,
have a little fun, or he's?
I
going
think
to be really
I think it's a mixture. I mean, it's obviously fun. It's obviously fun to actually drive a Formula Student car. Of course, that goes without saying. But at the same time, it just 4 tries to actually put a good result in it, right? You have to put a good result in the autocross, and then this is actually a whole year's work, right? And it's just here, a whole year's work in more or less in a minute, right? So I think fun is a big factor here, but also pressure, also concentration, also like the
driving skills, I would say.
yeah, well, driving skills, but the need to actually perform, like to do a good job and not disappoint, not just yourself, of course, but like your teammates, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, it's just like you're responsible for what your team,
for the
what
whole
your team
team. I mean,
outputs here. So yeah,
I mean, I remember, for example, on Tuesday, I was talking with some guys, and almost everybody told me that they preferred to build the car than driving the car, because they really want to be responsible with just in a
up to a certain point, yes.
I mean,
yes.
because you can be the engineer, you can build very good things, or maybe you can have even a failure in the car, but the driver must be almost perfect.
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
driving style
Well,
in
we always
everything.
say like engineers are mainly crazy, but drivers are crazy engineers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they have this little extra notch to actually have the courage, right, to just jump in a car made by students, which well, I mean, it's safe enough, but you never really know, right? And just pump the throttle up and just like punch in lap time after lap time after lap time, and really like drive the car up to the extreme.
I mean, I don't know, Albert, if we have another car ready.
Not as of yet. This
Not
is going
yet.
to be a little bit more like calmly paced as the acceleration yesterday.
Yeah.
Like yesterday we did have like 2 hours, and all the teams, like it's fairly easy to actually do the acceleration. It was in the night, so the track temperature wasn't really a big factor here. But today it is. Today it is, right?
Yeah.
And so the latest that a car can actually go into the track, the better, because it's the asphalt is going to have a hotter temperature, and then that's going to result in more grip from the tires.
Yeah.
And so more grip is going to result in faster lap times. So yes, it's an equilibrium, I would say, in between having no one in the queue and so feeling no pressure of other cars wanting to get into it, and how hot do you want the track to be, right?
Totally.
And
totally.
so, yeah.
What do you think, Albert? Because right now we have no car on track. What do you think if we comment something about yesterday? Because we have to be honest, we have to be clear. Yesterday, for example, I was at 2 o'clock in the evening in my bed.
Well, yes,
So
yes,
it's like
yeah.
4 or 5 hours after this amazing acceleration at night.
Yep.
Maybe we can comment something about yesterday because it was really cool. I mean,
Well, it was really
This
nice, and it's such a lovely event actually, because it's the only acceleration in the whole Formula Student competition that it's done by night, and the teams really were just like flaunting it. Actually, they every car has its lights on, and just they put these little funny LED stripes. Which, in combustion cars, for example, we saw University of Manresa just like syncing up the lights with the revving of the motor, right? With the revving up of the motor, and that's really nice. Or, for example, Uni of Path, right? They had the whole underfloor just like looking like a dance club with multiple like colors and just like the whole spectrum, right? Yeah, and it's something you just don't see in other Formula Student competitions, and it's very nice to actually let the teams do that and perform the acceleration at night.
Yeah. Wow, that was a really, really cool experience. Really good experience yesterday, with the cars, with the lights, with them. What is happening?
Maybe
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
yeah,
quite
they've
crazy.
been
That's
just
the
commenting now. It's well, why are you saying, Luis? Here, it seems like there's been a
literally
fire, right?
fire.
A fire.
really close to us. I mean, out of the circuit. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you hear the fire people?
Yeah. Well, there's the firemen. The firemen just are coming to the rescue, I think. But for now, the visibility in the track has been quite just a big compromise because of all of the smoke that's coming in.
I mean, maybe on the screen people cannot see.
No, they can.
Almost because
No.
there is one tree there. Maybe.
No, they
just
cannot. Yeah,
on the
they
left in this tree.
They can't really see it. Just it's just on the left of the screen for you
You
spectators.
can also feel it.
But
with the smell, with the feeling of. Wow.
Yeah, we'll
It's
see.
like a huge
We'll see. I
barbecue.
guess no cars will run until this problem is solved. So we'll see about that.
Let's see what happens, because it's quite crazy how the circuit looks like with the smoke, with the smell right now.
Well, it's probably like if you did some drifting competition, you probably will have the same feeling, right?
But it smells.
Well, it
right
smells
now
different,
it
of
smells
course. Yeah,
much more like boot, I would say. I mean, it's like
I guess so.
much
Yeah.
more a barbecue than drifting a car.
Are you
can-
hungry?
You can smell the rubber.
Are you hungry now? Yeah,
Not
no.
really, but maybe in a bit.
Maybe not hungry,
Let's-
but tired. You must be
Yeah,
really
of
tired,
course,
right?
a little
I
bit.
mean, yesterday we finished at 12 o'clock in the at night actually, and
more.
well, yeah. We were,
12:30. We were.
was like, let's say we were actually leaving the circuit at 1 a.m. in the morning, and then just being here, also prepping things up at 9 in the morning. Yeah, well, you can only get so much hours of sleep, right? But yeah, we're pushing through because we love this,
Yeah.
right?
Totally. I agree totally. Yeah, let's see. It's quite crazy because, for example, the people from the public, people from the circuit is going to the corner to see what is happening there with the fire. Yeah, it's also an helicopter. You can see it on the screen, right
Yeah.
in the middle,
Well, somehow
just behind the tent.
we'll have to sort it out. But
it's going to be-
let's see when this problem gets solved, and then we can maybe get back on track.
Yeah.
As I see some of the team members of UPC Barcelona just heading into the grandstand, so that must be something nice, because maybe car number 54 is about to do the autocross. and I see just not team members, also families coming here to cheer up, of course, just to appreciate all the 9 months of hard work that the team members have been performing on the vehicle. It's always nice to have family around.
I mean, so many hours working in the same project.
Yeah.
Group of people of maybe 30, 40, 50 people.
Yeah, I can talk by experience. Like back in my days, we were 40 people,
40 people
divided into various departments. Of course, you have chassis. You've got chassis, you've got dynamics, you've got aerodynamics, you've got power electronics, you've got electronics, which is so it's divided into high voltage, right? So batteries, inverter, and motors, and then you've got low voltage electronics, which is like the ECU and like the sensors and the dashboard and everything signal and data related as well. And then you've got management, right? Because obviously, like this is like a small company in the end. So you have to have a management, and you have to have a marketing department as well, and a sponsor relationship department as well, and then some people specifically targeting the static event as well.
That was my next question, because it's not only about engineering, it's also about managing everything, managing the team. Also, you need the sponsors, you need people to contact those factories, those companies to sponsor the car.
For sure.
I mean, marketing people, even, I don't know if, is there anybody responsible for the money, let's say? So something about finance,
you have one accountant, let's say. But I mean, when I started, like when I was like doing practices, right, in the earliest days in my Formula shooting experience, I was the treasurer.
Okay.
And beside that, I had multiple roles as well. I was in charge of the business plan, and so on and so forth. So it's very cool actually to see like how cross-functional your job in the Formula shooting team can be.
Of course.
Because I was not only managing the money of the team, I was also managing the events, and I was also managing the one discipline here, which was the business plan. And that implies also a lot of work. Like the business plan is not just an easy task to do, actually.
I mean, in fact, the business plan is also one of the most important parts of the statics.
Yeah, well,
of the Formula student. I mean, you have to present your business plan.
It's a very let's say, well, this competition is mostly, it's not about racing, it's just about engineering design, right? And so the main static category would be design, right? And then you've got judges who examine the car and they judge the engineering value of what you've built, right? But then again, you've got that, and then you've got the technical inspection, of course, and then you have cost, and then you have the business plan, right? And so cost, it's basically just presenting all the numbers and all the components for, well, basically a very detailed bill of materials of what the car has actually costed you. That's one thing. And then the business plan is just you have to come up with an idea, with a business model in which the car is actually involved in some kind of manner, and then just do it. Just do a business plan like if you were launching like a real company. Up to how many workers will you have in this fictitious company, which will be the project, which will be like the schedule of launching the this company, and so on and so forth. So it's a very detailed event. In terms of points, it's not really the most one, but I mean somebody can arguably, for me, like it's probably the most useful, right? Because it teaches you to just like to just like do project management and business planning. So in the future, like if you're going to go like in the proper, not just in motorsport, but like in a proper company, to just like do engineering stuff, maybe that is quite useful, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, we've been talking a lot about business plans and the roles of the people within the team, and we have the next car ready for us. It's like, I think it's Manresa, maybe.
It can be Manresa, I think.
because of the shape. I mean, and the colors, this blue and white and black. I think.
Yeah,
just
to
some
be-
some minutes before we were talking about this car.
Yep, I'm not gonna lie
With
to
the
you.
lights.
I cannot see a thing from up here, but it can't be Manresa because Manresa is combustion and this car is just noiseless. So yes, we're heading up for an electric. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Car number 54.
54.
UPC Barcelona, the locals. And we got all the team just cheering there in the grandstand. So yeah.
So the people. Wow, now there is
So car
no
number
smoke.
54 prepared.
So now we have much less smoke than before. We have the number 54 ready.
Concentration
ready to
from the
rumble.
driver. Let's see when they're doing,
Yes.
like when they just raising the green flag for them. Let's see if they can put. I hope they can put a really nice time. And yeah, hopefully low 50, low 65s. Hopefully, let's see, because they have been having some issues with the motors. The normal setup is a four-wheel drive, but somehow the electronics has failed them today. And well, today and yesterday, and they are just able to run a two motor per wheel setup. So just two motors in the back, but still the car is actually dimensioned to have four motors. So yeah, let's see how they ponder that in.
Yeah, it's been a long wait there. I don't know if they.
Well, it's the whole thing. It's the smoke. It's the lack of visibility in the track. But then yes,
Here we go.
there you go. Here we go. Nice pace from car 54. Nice pace. You can see how talented the driver is actually as he's approaching the fast section of the circuit.
Wow.
Yes, there you go. Really punching that and just really finessing there, just to like actually raise the thin on the cones. Just
Wow, too cool, so cool because the car goes like from millimeters.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's
Wow.
I mean, but it always makes it right because they have the measurements really well taken. There you go.
People screaming for the car, for the
Look at the car
driver.
drifting.
Wow.
Look at them go. Yes. And the cheering is amazing actually. Yes. I must say I have a soft spot for them. Yeah, there you go. No cones whatsoever, no cones. So yes, brilliant
Wow.
job from them. Brilliant job. Let's see the time from them. Let's see what they have actually achieved. And just as I was saying low 65s, and it's just like 64.9. Very good time from them
Wow.
as they just head into the second run for the first driver. Let's see if he can punch it a bit more.
Wow. So second round.
You can see and you can hear it actually just like drifting there. I think
Yeah.
he's pushing the car to the limit now. Very well negotiated there. As we're heading into the fork, this really sharp fork in the circuit.
I mean, from here we can. I would say we can hear almost everything. The tires, the brakes, how
Well, yes,
I mean how it brakes, how it accelerates, the sound of the tires.
Look at that. He's just
Against the
he's
ground.
really going for it now. He's really going for it. Brilliant job. Did you hear it drifting?
Yes.
There you go. Do you see what I
So
meant?
really-
Like,
really
oh,
cool. Really
very nice job.
really cool. I mean, I don't know if they are going to improve the time.
And they did a 62.3,
wow.
62.3 seconds.
We
They
are
really
close.
punched it.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park in this one.
Really close to be under 60 seconds.
Now I'm really eager to see the second driver run for these guys. Really, really good job from the locals.
I mean, because
As we now see a fireman helicopter just like doing the job, just like trying to put out the fire that, inconveniently just like stroking here. Well, what do you think?
I mean,
How was it for you?
I mean, I was thinking about that if we are already being impressed by the first driver, normally the second driver is also
Yep.
we could say it's the fastest driver.
Yeah.
Normally
This
the
is
second
just
one
normal
the-
tactics. Yeah, this is normal tactics. You normally put like this. So right now the truck is not really in optimal conditions, of course. So you tend to put the slowest driver at first, just because. Well, once you put like once you put a time, you're just set, and then up to that you have to keep building on it, right? You have to keep building up on it, and so these guys now having punched up a 64 in 62 seconds, I think that for now they're set. Like this is going to be a very good time for a first driver, I think. And now the second driver can just focus on just like nailing it and just like pushing the car to the limit. And well, I certainly hope, that they can actually do it.
I mean, I don't remember, Albert, which car is this one. Is
This one is
Vizcaya?
No, this one is the one from the University of Valais in Switzerland.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Because I've seen
Yeah,
red car and I thought, okay, it's Vizcaya. No.
Nah,
It's
special one. This one, special one, because it's the first time competing, and right beside them, we have. I don't think this is Fachhochschule Aachen. I think.
Yeah, maybe 67. Yeah, could
Yeah, we'll have to confirm that, but for sure, the car on the right is University of Valais, which is now starting up the protocol of just like getting the vehicle on and just approaching to the starting line for the autocross. Let's see how they perform. We saw them yesterday in acceleration, and of course, just being a first-year vehicle, they weren't really like punching up top speeds just as of now. But still, it's the first year, and this is a very good job. It's a very good job. I think we might be looking here something just around shy of 70 seconds or something like that. Oh. The driver almost nearly missed, almost nearly went off track. I have to say, the moment you go off track, you cannot re-enter, and that track is that run is considered invalid. So yes, good save there from the driver of Valais.
I mean, for example, if you fail, I mean, if you go outside of the limits,
that's it. You're done for.
I mean,
that's it.
And
And
I think the difference between the skid pad and the autocross, when you, how do you say, tirar un cono? That's why. I mean.
Yeah, so
whoa.
There you go. Yeah,
Whoa,
so
drifting.
he knocked it. He knocked a cone, just pretty much on the other side of the circuit. Really punching it through there.
I mean, it seemed to be. How can I explain that? It was quite funny because the car was drifting with the rear right wheel touched the cone, and the driver continued. It was like if it was made by his own decision, like he really wanted to do that, like drifting, touching the cone, and continue with the car.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say so myself. I think he lost control of the car.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're looking on a first run of 88 seconds, which is a bit slow compared to the other vehicles. But yes, we have to take into account that this is the first year running. So
I mean, yesterday the team was really celebrating the
yes, of course.
acceleration
Yes,
part.
yeah.
Even if the car was not really fast, but I mean, that's after some months of hard work. Look, we have this car running, the autocross, doing it really well for the first time. I mean,
Look, I have to be honest. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. When you manufacture a first-year Formula Student vehicle, just successfully passing the technical inspection,
it's already
a win. It's already a win. And not just that, but these guys are actually running, and they're really doing a good job on it. And yeah, basically, you see, this is a much better run than the last one.
Sure.
This is a much better run than the last
I'm
one.
impressed. Maybe under 80.
Well,
sure, 77 or
may
something
very well
like
could
this.
be. Yeah, may very well could be.
Oh, a little bit of drifting.
Yes, but very
without
clean.
cones.
Yeah, clean run from these guys.
Really
and
cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
clean run.
Really cool.
Very good. As we now have car number 67.
This is...
Which is the second run from Uni of Bath. The second driver already just taking advantage of a clean track, actually. As we can now confirm that Valet had done a second run with the first driver of 75.6 seconds. Not bad. Not bad for first year,
really
let me
good.
tell you, not bad. Just, it's actually 3/10 just under University of Brasov, Transylvania. So I would consider that to be just a success. And the guys of Bath really punching on this one.
I mean, it's quite funny how people decide if they use a bigger wheel or a smaller wheel.
Well,
I mean, the same competition, and you have like wheels of 13 inches, and then you have wheels of 10, and the difference is quite clear. I mean,
yeah,
when
well,
you see
yeah, the difference is obviously palpable, but it's not a question of choice. I think it's a question of opportunity. The dynamics on a smaller wheel are harder to execute, but if you manage to pull that through, you're getting less mass, less inertia, and therefore a very more, like, as we're seeing here from University of Bath, a really agile vehicle, right? As we now can see, like, the second run from the second driver, so the last run on Autocross for these guys.
I mean, I think it's the first team finishing all the rounds with
Yep.
all the drivers.
Yep. It'll be the first team to actually
University of
complete
Bath.
the whole of the Autocross event. The second driver on the first run managed to do 66.44. So yeah, so far so good. They're staying in second position just after the guys from Barcelona, which they managed to do quite an outstanding job, even for a first driver, with 62 seconds. 62 seconds for the guys of Barcelona, which is really impressive, really remarkable indeed, yes.
Wow, really cool.
As University of Bath finishes the Autocross event for today, and they have been able to put...
Here we go, number 14.
Oh my God, they have been able to actually beat everyone else, and they have punched out a lap time of 61 seconds, 0.7.
61.
Yep, pretty amazing from the second driver of Bath there, which actually climbs into first position. So Uni of Bath currently in first position, as we have University of Navarra doing the first run of the day for them. So AUPA. Really nice pace from University of Navarra. Yeah, really nice pace from them. As we can see them negotiating the last corners of the circuit. This last chicane is actually quite complicated as we head up into a section of the circuit which has not really track asphalt, and the cars tend to drift a little bit in there. So if you really punch it, it could very well maybe that, you know, that the car just puns out and really, you know, botches the whole autocross run for them. As we head into the second run for the first driver of University of Navarra, now maybe even trying to go a little bit faster now that he's done the whole of the circuit one time, as we have seen.
Whoa.
Really,
We
really
can
drifting.
hear
And
from here the,
yep.
the tires against the floor.
Just the tires just like screeching, right? Just really putting it in there. And I think we've seen just in the first parts of the circuit, the driver has actually knocked out a cone, and that means you will have to be adding 0.4 seconds in the in the end of the run.
In this case, it's 0.4 seconds per cone, and for example, in the skid pad, it was only just 0.2.
Yes,
seconds.
of course.
So
Yeah,
it depends.
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because here you have like 1 minute more or less of competition.
Exactly.
And for example, for the skid
Exactly.
pad, you have
Oh,
like
look at that,
5,
just
6
drifting it
seconds.
in there. Yes. Very good job from the guys from Navarra, which they had a first run of 65 seconds,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
65.7 seconds, and now the second run, 66. They actually didn't manage to improve, so yeah, they will stay for now with 65 seconds on their run. Third position for them, which is not bad if you ask me, actually.
No, of course.
So now we're heading into a bit of a stoppage time, as no team wants to go next into the autocross circuit. So yeah, will be. Seems the competition will be stopping just like for some minutes. So what's your impression of this so far?
I mean, it's quite impressive to see the cars around this circuit, around Momelo, I would say, in a strange way, because it's not just the limits of the circuit, the limit of the track, but we have cones to create a new circuit, to create a new place to rock with the cars.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and we are quite, I would say, how do you say afortunado in English? Because that's the point. We are from Spain, and my
Well,
English
we're feeling
sometimes-
lucky, yeah, of course, yeah, we're
I mean,
feeling lucky.
and we are really lucky here because we can see almost everything, just enjoying, just commenting what's happening. But also there are a lot of people working really hard even with the cars. I mean,
Yes.
on the screen we can see a lot of people with yellow, how do you say that? Peto.
Yellow vest.
Yellow
Yeah,
vest.
yellow
yeah,
vest.
Right. Working under the sun. I mean, the sun is going crazy. We are quite good here.
Well, we have a very
But-
privileged position here. I can say we have a very privileged position. Like, not just in terms of visibility, of course, we can see the majority of the circuit, but
Yes.
of course we're just like very comfortably on the shade with our water, just like staying hydrated. Well, VIP treatment, that's for sure. VIP treatment. So now you can see actually some of the teams. I can see here the Barcelona guys just with their own tents in the grandstand, just to, keep themselves shielded from the actually blazing heat that's going on right now in the circuit. As we now have car number 53. Car number 53 just like preparing themselves for their first run of autocross. As they give him the green flag, and off we go. Off we go with car number 53. So far, so good. So far, so good. You can see
Kiel,
the University of Applied Sciences, Kiel.
Yeah. Oh, one cone. I think I've seen a cone
Yeah.
dancing around the track,
He knocked a cone.
and it should be not.
He knocked a cone really bad. But at the same time, you could actually see how the four-wheel drive, it's actually put into effort here, right? Like, these guys have huge acceleration, huge grip. right?
I mean, of course, this is one of the best cars I would say in the competition.
Yeah.
Skid pad, they
Yeah,
were
look
really
at that. I mean,
fast.
they are just killing
Wow.
it. They are just killing it. This is so fast. This is so fast from them. It doesn't even matter that they actually knocked out a cone because they are knocking it out of the park with this one. Oh no, maybe not then. Maybe not. The second cone and just a big break there. Maybe they just botched it.
Wow.
Well, we'll have to
But-
see on this one. We'll have to see.
We have to see the second round, Albert. I'm excited.
Yes. These guys
I'm really
will actually.
looking forward what is going to happen because I think it's going to
Yeah.
happen
So these guys,
something
even though they did quite a big break in there and they knocked out a couple of cones, they managed to do 62.0 seconds. 62.002. So
good. I think if they go good, if they go properly good, they are going to be maybe under 60. What do you think? I mean,
well, I would.
I don't know if the first
2 seconds. I mean, the pace was really good here, and yes, we had a big break there, but maybe 2 seconds is quite a bit much on a circuit of just 1 minute of length. But maybe 1 second. I think 1 second is possible. Yes.
Do you think that today we will see some cars under 60 seconds?
I don't think that's going to happen today.
No?
Well, maybe the second drivers if they're really inspired, but
Difficult?
I
Okay.
think it's quite difficult.
I mean,
yes,
when
I think
you
it's
were
quite difficult.
competing with the Formula Student, the track was exactly the same?
Yes, and we actually did manage to do some. Yeah, there were actually cars under 60 seconds, but then again there were some different teams. We had back in my days we had Zurich competing. Cars were both Stuttgart teams, both Munich teams, Delft. So the big ones actually, and they're like those cars are really fast, and they have a lot of grip. Do you know that actually Delft is one of the few teams that actually manufactures their own brand of tires?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they have their own material blend and so on, and they do like what is the most efficient for the car.
Wow, okay.
And that really shows off in track then. It really shows off. And they have like this very special set of wheels. I think it's even below 10 inches actually. It might be even 8. And it's really lightweight.
small.
Yeah, it's really lightweight. So yes. Well, some teams really do have the budget, that's for sure. Very well
So,
then.
Albert.
So yeah, Luis, I think
It's time for advertisement.
yeah,
What do you
taking
think?
advantage of this little stoppage time here in the Autocross track, I think we're gonna have 5 minutes of commercials, right? So
Sure.
yeah, we'll
See you
be
soon, Albert.
we'll be right with you and with you guys in 5 minutes.
Let's fascinate our customers. by shaping a new era of mobility, paving the way for the smart factory of the future, making buildings more convenient, more sustainable and safer, providing intelligent products for work and the home, creating innovations for everyday life. Let's get started together.
Què?
Doncs jo crec que els propers 4 anys seran els millors de les nostres vides. Vull redescobrir-me, viatjar, trencar-me els esquemes, enamorar-me i, no sé, sentir alguna nou i diferent.
Jo sento nervis. Sabeu aquella sensació de quan alguna cosa nova i emocionant ha de passar?
Jo vull trobar els meus límits, creuar-los, arriscar-me, caure i aixecar-me els cops que facin falta.
Tots aquests anys pensant que aquest moment arribaria i mira'ns ara.
We're back, and I think we're gonna have some cars on the waiting line, and for sure after these commercials I think we gave the time to some teams to actually prepare. Well, funnily enough, we did have a fire for the people that actually are connecting right now to the streaming. We had a fire, and well, yeah, the official, government firemen with helicopters and everything, they had to come here and put the fire out, and unlucky for us, they didn't actually drop water on us because we're really hot in here today. Like, not a single cloud in Circuit de Catalunya. Temperatures are ramping up, and I can literally feel myself just like, losing water by the minute. I might have to just like rehydrate as best I can.
I mean, I have to say, Albert, today I miss two things. I miss a swimming pool, and I miss
the
music of yesterday.
Yeah. The music from yesterday was actually really nice. Yes, and of course, like being able to like comment on this, just poolside, right, would be a very nice thing. Just like for the organization, some things that might be able to consider for next year if they want us to keep coming, right? Just commentating poolside.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you imagine yourself streaming inside a swimming pool?
Well, why not?
With
why not? It would be very comfortable.
Swimming pants,
Yeah, for sure.
Sun
Like
cream.
like with my trunks on, sun cream,
Sunglasses.
sunglasses. Yes, of course. A bit very much more relaxed. That's for sure. Let's for now. I think let's just keep it the official way. I think, but but some suggestions for next year maybe.
That would be great. Oh my god.
Yeah, as we now see some teams just queuing there, just preparing, ultimating every little detail as they are negotiating as well with the judges. And we have to clarify, of course, before they can do the autocross run, and of course, even having already passed technical inspection, the judges will have to take a final look to the cars before they head into the track, and that's very important to see that they have not modified anything that was already secured by technical inspection, and that they have, well, basically what was approved beforehand, right? So in this case, yes, we can see teams, we can see the electrical security officers from the teams just wearing these vests, the dynamic chiefs as well, and, well, yeah, the team leaders as well, and of course the judges, just they're constant negotiating to see whether or not the cars will be able to head into the autocross track, which, well, for the sake of a good show, I think, I hope they do.
I mean, how many cars can we see from here? Because I can see plenty of people with
there
those
must
yellow
be.
vests, but then
No, you can count up to 3 people per car, because you do have, like in the track, you can have 3 officials and the driver.
Okay.
So three official, 3 technicians, let's say, from every team and the driver, and so maybe they could be there just on the waiting area, about 4 or 5 cars. Nothing much more out of the ordinary, but basically, once the first cars get cleared, then they will head up onto autocross. As we see now, one car just heading onto the starting line for autocross.
I mean, it's quite funny because sometimes a color reminds you about something, and when I came here, I didn't know almost the colors of the team, the names of the teams, and on Tuesday I was interviewing the people from the University of Malaga. It's MART, and they told me, you will recognize us because we are the only team in yellow.
Well, yes.
And, I mean, plenty of people are on the circuit, okay, but once I see yellow people and yellow flags, I say, okay, this is Malaga for sure.
And a customized tent.
Hello, Andrea. Here we have
the media chief just making an appearance here. Just she couldn't keep herself off the camera. You're very, very welcome to join us, Andrea, anytime you like. And of course, without saying, Live Vision and E+ doing an amazing job once again, just setting all the cameras up, setting all the streaming platforms.
I mean, there are a
really
lot of people involved.
Yes,
in this event.
A lot of people involved.
I mean, not just Live Vision and E+ with the streaming and
no,
this.
But we've got a huge army of volunteers, not just judges, also scrutineers, also officials, also
media,
media, of course.
really
but then
important.
most important today, marshals. Today and tomorrow, track marshals, which are the ones responsible of just of putting the cones back in place and signaling either a yellow flag or a green flag or a blue flag, right? So the code is just the same as in Formula 1, and they are responsible for just keeping the track in optimal running conditions.
Sure.
So yes,
and Albert, and also, I mean, wow, so many people involved here. Just the people you said before. I mean, but also the sponsoring. I mean, we have Nissan, we have Gestamp, we have MathWorks, and we have Bosch.
Yep.
I mean, many people involved.
Yes, an event of these characteristics could not be carried out in this, in this quality actually, because now this is a top quality event, right? Without the help of big names, right? In this case, Nissan, Bosch, MathWorks, and Gestamp. So very nice of them to actually provide with the funding and the help
Yes.
that the organization needed to actually carry an event. I would say such good prepared, right?
Oh, look, here we have, for the first time, we have the time on the screen.
Yes.
I mean, first, we have the University of Bath from the UK. Really
Yes.
close to them, we have Kiel. Oh, Kiel is going to go really, really good.
Yeah. They are going to do a very nice run. But I
They're
have to say,
your team, third
Yeah.
and fourth.
yes,
Whoa,
yes,
congrats,
yes.
Albert.
They did a very fine job in the first drive with the first driver, and just nailing a time of 62 seconds point 3 with the best run and a 64.9 seconds on the worst run. But then again, as we were commenting earlier, the second driver tends to be the fastest. So let's see if they have something that we can surprise us with, right? But University of Bath actually doing a 61-second run. Really impressive from these guys. Really impressive.
Yeah.
We'll have to say, though, that this was their last run and they are not be able to have any more goes to the Autocross circuit. So, they have... that's it. That's the best time for today for them. And let's hope that they can actually maintain a very good position with this.
Yeah.
As we now have University of Vigo in Galicia, northernmost part of Spain, just prepared to actually hit the Autocross track as they finalize some late discussions with the marshals and the judges. So there they go,
The car
slowly
is already
but
moving.
surely,
Yeah.
right, approaching to the starting line. Focus mode on, concentration on, and let's see if they are capable of doing a fine job on this first run for this first driver.
Do you know something, Albert? The next time... Oh! University of Vigo is starting, is running.
There you go, the first combustion car that we've actually seen.
No, the first one was Transylvania, but you
Oh
weren't
yes,
here
sorry, my
before.
mistake. Yes, of
But
course, yes.
second one, I mean, the sound is just different experience
Well, yes, of
for
course.
the
yeah.
driver, for
Yeah.
the public, for the people, for even for us. I mean, we
Well-
can hear more or less how it's going, not just because of the tires or the, ooh.
Oh, he stole the vehicle. Let's see if he can. Let's see if he can restart it. Let's hope he can restart the vehicle. Otherwise, it's going to be yellow flag, and the car will have to be retired from the circuit.
Yeah. The driver was moving
Such
the head like...
such butt lag and such shame because they were really doing a fine job. But did you actually notice the difference between the electric car and the combustion car? How much fastest, right? How much faster the electric car was in the approaching and then just like getting out of a corner, right? Because you have this instant torque on the car that actually it actually lets you to just like go from 0 to 100 in just like instantly actually.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
that's a huge difference between an electric car and a combustion car. As we see that, University of Vigo is capable to actually move the vehicle by themselves.
I mean, the next time, Albert, I was thinking, because we were talking out of cameras before.
Yep.
Next time we appear on camera, Andrea has to say hello to the camera. She's not going to say hello, but she told me before.
She's probably gonna make an appearance.
Yeah, sure.
A lovely colleague here,
Andrea, do you agree? Maybe later.
Maybe later, yeah.
Yeah.
She has to overcome the fear of public speaking, maybe. But we'll get her to say a few words.
I mean, you
her
can
impressions
say
of the event.
just hello to the camera, and it's going to be great.
Maybe some impressions of the event, how she's feeling so far. Okay, so
Whoa! Next engine.
they
Vigo.
managed to actually get the car running again.
Biggest
so
running. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
okay, it turned out to be okay.
Whoa, pa, 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 pa.
Yeah,
Those crackers.
it turned out to be quite a curious run from them,
Oh.
as they really,
Oh, one cone.
It seems most of the teams are having trouble reading that corner over there. It's not really especially sharp, actually. I think they just want to push it, and then they end up just like eating the cones.
Yeah.
So
in fact,
yeah.
it's a quite open curve, I would say.
Yeah,
and it's maybe it helps to be like to feel really confident.
Yeah,
to go
exactly. Yeah.
a little bit more, a little bit faster than
Than the actually
should
that the curve actually allows. Yeah, for sure. But as I was saying, like it's intended to be a fast-paced corner. But then again, you have to really manage your car and just actually just like drive it well, right? As we see now, they're heading into the second run.
Let's see if the car has no problems.
Let's see, no cones so far whatsoever, and the car has not stopped. Let's see how they can actually negotiate the fork now. The problem is with combustion cars, when you head into the fork, you have to be really low into the gearbox, and these cars, well, they tend up to stall, right? When you're so low in the gearbox. So
how many gears has a Formula student? Do you know?
Well, the same gears as a motorbike, really. That's it.
Okay.
It can vary 5 gears, 4 gears. Yes, they tend up to have 4 gears. As we've seen, what a pity
the car from Vigo
them.
touched one cone from the left.
Ate a cone. Apparently, they were still hungry from from the last run that they did. They didn't actually fed themselves up, right? As they see, quite a decent run from
much
University
better,
of Vigo.
much better than before. And the next car is already ready.
Yep.
Already ready. Is it right in English?
Which is car number 10, which is, I can't really see. Well, so for University of Vigo, we have 2 runs. The first run obviously doesn't count. 191 seconds, of course. This will virtually translate to 0 points, of course. But then the second run, a pretty decent 78 seconds, 78.7. Then again, they're just on the last position for combustion engines, but they managed to finish. So yeah. Let's see, car number 10. Car number 10 doing, I think, what I should probably call that an acclimatization run. Just trying not to get any cones knocked out, and just doing things slowly but surely.
I mean, this car.
Huge drift, and
wow.
As I was saying, this is the change on the asphalt and the change of the of the rugosity, right, of the like the roughness, right, of the road, and you have to take that into account, because if you want to punch that there, the asphalt is not the same as in the circuit, so you might lose the grip.
Yes.
And that was the case for the guys now finishing the first try on the first driver.
I mean, this car didn't look like very fast, but it was quite secure. But at the end,
no, it was
a bit of oversteering.
It was secure.
Yeah.
University of Applied Sciences Vienna, which is now
Vienna,
waiting to do the second run. As we now see, University of Malaga as well, in the same fashion, slowly but surely, just doing the first run for the first driver of the autocross track. And lucky for them at this point, well, they won't have any drag whatsoever, as they don't carry any aerodynamic package, right?
Oh, one car is running and the next one is already running.
Yeah, that's...
you told me that before, but
yeah.
we hadn't seen two cars at the same time running up.
No, that's business as usual, actually, and you will see more of that in the entrance as well.
But I mean, if a car has a problem, the first car has a problem, the second one...
Well, then this is a job for the marshals. They will quickly try to remove the vehicle from the track, as they also put out the yellow flag as well. So the car behind them will have to reduce the pace. Of course,
Sure,
it's a shame, but it is what it is.
But for example, you have another round. If you are the second car and you have to slow down because of the first car, I mean, you have another round.
In autocross, yes. In endurance, they just you just keep running.
Okay.
Just keep running and just slow the pace when you get on the side of the vehicle, and just continue.
Okay.
Just continue on doing the endurance. Very nice job from University of Applied Sciences Vienna now. No cones, I think, for them, so no penalties, no time penalties.
Whoa, Malaga without stopping.
No,
Second
Malaga is
round.
just like straight up there. Yeah. Once you get focused and once you learn the circuit, then I think it's time to punch it before you forget, right?
Look, here we have everything. Here we have already University of Bath first, Kiel second,
Very good.
and
So
it's safe from Barcelona third.
Malaga with not a very good time, actually, 82.9 seconds. They managed to just get in last, but they managed to get in.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, so yeah. Okay, yes, we now have another car prepared. They have been given the green anytime now. Yeah. So you now see Malaga negotiating the last third of the circuit and heading up to the last fork, and this very nice straight when the drivers can punch it, but of course with the precaution of the corner just getting right ahead, which is really fast. And then here, just be careful with the grip. Then they managed to actually nail this lap.
Wow, really good.
Very good
Really
job.
good
No
from
penalties, no time penalties for them.
Manresa.
As
Yes.
we have now University of Manresa.
Because of the colors, because of the number.
Very, very cool car indeed.
Yesterday with the lights, it was amazing because, I mean, and also while revving the car, the lights were popping up. I mean,
yeah, they were synced up.
That was really cool. Really
I have to ask them how they did that so that I could put that in my car. Right?
I mean, I think it's more or less quite easy. I mean, you need like a sensor.
Yes.
It's quite typical, for example, in a dance club, you
All
have
right,
like sensor of music, and then it depends.
Okay, so now we have
or how it's sounding, and the lights are dancing with the
Manresa heading up towards us with a very nice lap, I must say,
Really
as
cool
Fachhochschule Aachen have started the first run from the autocross. I think for Manresa, no cones whatsoever up to this point. Just be careful here with the grip. Very nice negotiating this last corner.
Wow.
Very nice time, and just let
Very
them
nice.
just, how they cheer.
Also
a very
Aachen,
magnificent lap. Fachhochschule Aachen, car number 71, doing a very nice job as well. Going actually really fast with no aero. This is really remarkable. When you're doing this speeds, if you don't have an aero package, you really have to be a very talented driver. Manresa doing this time the second run. It's all happening very fast now, very, very fast.
I mean, Albert, I don't know where to look. I mean, we have to maybe share. You can look at right, and I look at left.
We're overwhelmed. We have many stimuli, right? We have many stimuli here going on.
Wow. Oh, that cone. Look.
Yep.
Manresa touched one cone. It's a pity because they were running really fast. I mean, but it's just
0.5. Yes, but Manresa did a first run of 72.2 seconds. And as I was telling you, how talented the driver from Fachhochschule Aachen is, that even though he has no aero package, he's managed to put an extremely good time of 67.7 seconds.
Okay.
No aero package, combustion engine. This guy is killing it. It is the first and the best combustion engine car on the autocross track. Really doing a very good job there. As Manresa finishes, the second run, and unlucky for them, they weren't really able to improve. No, they didn't improve. They didn't improve the time. Bad luck for them, as Fachhochschule are actually finishing the second run for the first driver, and the second driver for University of Navarra actually heading into the first run for him in the autocross. You can see the tires screeching, and you can see how this driver is actually fastest than it's actually faster than the driver that actually was competing for them before, right? But this is how it is. Like, this is the tactics. Now the track is in optimal condition, and you have to take advantage of it, right? As we now see car number 212, University of Cádiz.
Whoa.
So basically, what a nice drift in there,
Yeah, I mean, this car has been drifting.
This car has done an amazing lap. This car has done a brilliant lap. University of Navarra knocking it out of the park now. Let's see. Yeah. As I was saying, 65.7 seconds. 65.7 seconds. It's a very decent time. As we see, University of Cádiz maybe just like struggling a bit to just finish the lap on a decent time. But, well, you have to say, you have to admit, to be honest, this car just being one of the first years that actually that they're actually competing in a Formula Student competition, just going at this pace is actually quite nice. As we see now, a black arrow from University of Navarra, just really going absolutely boosting it there. Yeah, really, really fast, and you can see the tires screeching and so on. Very nice run so far from University of Navarra. So we can see negotiating the complicated chicane sector and the fork. Like that fork over there, you have to do it in a very slow pace. But lucky for them, as being in an electric vehicle, of course, you are capable of getting up to speed fairly easy and fairly quickly. No cones, and very well done for the University of Navarra. What a talented driver. What a talented driver, that's for sure. Very nice run indeed for University of Navarra. They should be proud of that run. And they are, actually. They're cheering like crazy, but they should be proud of this run.
I mean, maybe they don't have the best time, but they have the best drifting skills, and that counts also.
Well, and maybe the best time.
Not sure if it's the best time, but for sure it was the best drifting that I've seen.
Well, they managed to put, let's see, when we refresh the times. Yeah, no, it was actually slower than the first run, actually, 66 seconds. But
66.
Now we have quite a curiosity, because University of Cádiz is on first place with a time of 0 seconds. 0 seconds for University of Cádiz, which makes them virtually, well, speed of light, right? Speed of light. No, I'm sure this is some kind of mistake. As we now have University of Udine, Università degli Studi Udine. Ale Udi, ale.
Tifosi from Udine screaming and supporting the driver.
Yeah, but not just them, not just Udine. Actually, University of Malaga were just cheering as well. University of Barcelona. This is all just a big community, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you just have to admit that this sense of camaraderie that exists in Formula Student, you won't find that in any other competition of motorsport whatsoever. Everyone is just cheering. Everyone is just happy that the teams are doing a good job. As we now
Lisbon,
have
I think.
University of Lisbon, one of the top teams this year in this competition, really punching it.
Wow.
And this is just the
It
first
really
run.
goes
This
fast,
is just
right?
the first driver and first run.
driver. Yeah.
And he's already doing a brilliant job at it.
Whoa. Lisbon is also, I mean, Lisbon, Kiel, Ed Eco Racing.
Yeah.
It's been
Lisbon, Kiel, it's
I mean,
Barcelona guys and
also a cool feature of this car of Lisbon, it's also driverless.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And
Just as UPC Barcelona as well. Wow, this guy is actually going absolutely fast. Oh my God, the boys from Lisbon really did a very nice job with the car this year. They're doing really nice. As they finish the first run for the first driver, let's see what time did they actually punch in.
I think we have Kiel ready for the next round. I don't know if it's the last one, but now Udine is still running. With the number 140 from Udine, and then we have Kiel, right?
Kiel again.
Maybe the last round, Albert. What do you think?
Second driver.
Second driver, first round or second round? That was the point.
No, that's the first round.
First round.
Yes,
okay.
that's the first round. And Lisbon
again.
Lisbon,
Wow.
first run with a very, very, very decent time of 65 seconds.
And this was the first time I've seen three cars at the same time, because Udine was arriving, Lisbon is running.
Well, let me tell you, Luis, get used to that, because you've got more of this coming tomorrow in the endurance.
Okay.
And Kiel is actually doing a magnificent job. I think they're on a league of their own.
Yes.
These guys are clearly on a league of their own. This is
This
is top tier, tier one Formula Student just right here. Very lucky that we get to see this team. Come on, they're just
Kiel, and also Lisbon. Wow, Lisbon is going crazy.
Lisbon is doing a very fine job, but I have to tell you, after seeing University of Applied Sciences Kiel, well, you have to admit they're in a league of their own. Lisbon really doing a very fine job as well. As we see, Race Yard Electric Team, so University of Applied Sciences Kiel, the first and maybe quite possibly the only team today to actually be less than 60 seconds on the Autocross track. 59.013, a very, very, very good time for them. A very good time.
Less than 1 minute in complete.
I mean, these guys are very capable of winning the Autocross. And if the car actually holds up, maybe the endurance as well. So, all in all, maybe Kiel, it's turning out to be a serious contender to the number one position for Formula One in Spain.
We'll see. We'll see what happens with Kiel. Let's see. Here we have.
So now I'm interested in if Formula One Lisbon actually managed to improve the times, and as we see, first run was 65 seconds and second run has been 62.14, so very nice job from University of Lisboa.
I mean, and it's quite funny because we've seen the staff from media, from the streaming, the people from Live Vision just getting wet with some water, because the people from the cameras,
they
are just
really hard workers. I wish I could show you guys what's happening here right now. The heat is so unbearable that people are just like pouring water over themselves. Well, lucky for us, lucky for us. I mean, I must admit, we're here in the shade. We're like VIP treatment, of course, and really just having the best time.
Yes.
We're actually quite fresh here in the sun because it's some wind blowing and just keeping us refreshed.
This is good. When the wind. Here we go. I mean, you know, Albert, for that blogging stuff, we have to prepare good frames. And now we are here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think so. Here we are. It's quite difficult because of the light. Oh my god. I don't know if Andrea wanted to say hello before. Now we are on
we've got quite surprises for quite some surprises heading up, coming up for our spectators here later on, because we're going to have some personalities that we're going to interview, and some other surprises. Let's say I'll just leave it at there. I'll just leave it at there. So we're heading now into, as well, what it seems kind of a stoppage time.
Yeah.
Just letting the team just prepare themselves.
I think, Albert.
So yes,
they are preparing a lot of things, but I think in the next couple of minutes, I don't know if.
No, I would
we
say
are going to have car running.
I would say this is maybe a good sign for commercials, because I think that just like
But the people are still screaming.
They don't even care. Yeah, they don't even care.
Teams.
Just cheering all
This
the
is
time.
so cool.
Yeah, this is so cool.
I think. Are they from Modena, right? From Udine.
Yep.
Udine.
Università degli Studi Udine.
Yes.
Which have done a very decent job with this car this year. No aero package, but of course that gives you more time to concentrate on other things that are also important.
Sure.
Just as dynamics and an efficient powertrain, right?
I mean, what do you think it's the most important part of the car?
Well,
and it's not. I think it's not the aero package. I mean, it
no,
helps,
it's
but it's
definitely
not the most important.
It's definitely not the aero package. No, the aero package is not the most important. I mean, the aero package is one of the things that the teams actually start doing when they've perfected everything else, right? When you've got a car that's reliable, when you've got a car that can run, when you've got a car that is capable of punching like really good times, lap after lap after lap, then you focus on your aerodynamics, because that's all about just perfecting your curving velocities, your curving speeds, and just getting everything just like with the drag reduction system and everything. That this takes up a lot of work as well, and you have to design. You have to. It's all done in CFD, so it's all done in computer analysis, right? And you have to run the analysis, and you have to do them like. Back in my day when I was in Barcelona's Formula Student team, we actually ran the simulations in a supercomputer. You know, the supercomputer here in Barcelona, the Mare Nostrum. It's a very famous supercomputer. So we ran very precise and very and very large in finite model elements simulations. And then you got the result of the vortexes and how the drag was and the and everything, how efficient was the aero package, and then you had to build it. So yes, it's a lot of work, and so if you don't have a car that's actually like up and running and a reliable car, I wouldn't think that's a very nice strategy to just like put resources on aerodynamics, because it's
in fact I mean, I have some curiosity, some fun facts about commercial vehicles. Not just commercial vehicles, it's just the cars that we could buy. For example, I don't know, a Nissan, for example. We have plenty of. I mean,
Well,
I've said
our guests,
Nissan,
I think that
and I think
those are our guests arriving. Actually, they have been doing a tour from the circuit with Nissans, because of obviously Nissan is
the main sponsor
of this event, and they are quickly approaching the media section, in which we will have the pleasure of interviewing them briefly, I think.
So the thing about the aerodynamics that I wanted to share. Oh, we have a new car there.
Very good now. So
wow, Eco Racing maybe? No.
Yeah. That's University of Terrassa Eco Racing just heading up to do the first round of Autocross, which so far they seem to be doing a very good job at them. Yep. Yeah, we're seeing University of Terrassa doing a fine job negotiating those corners. No cones whatsoever up to now, but let's see. The difficult part of the circuit is yet to come. Very nice indeed, very nice. Yep, very nice pace. And they seem to do the most difficult part of the circuit without a problem. And last corner, and they nailed it. Very nice from them, as they head straight up for the second run, now that the driver already has the circuit memorized. And let's see what about those times, right? So Terrassa with the first run of 71.4 seconds. Not quite up there. Let's see if they can actually manage to improve that. Not quite up there. As they head into the second run for the first driver, and apparently there's been quite an improvement of the pace. Now he's really punching it. I think the first one was just like to memorize the circuit and just like not knock out any cones. As he now is struggling a bit more in the chicane here and the fog. Very nice job from them here, just negotiating the fog and this next chicane. Yeah, very nice indeed. Now he can maybe just he can push it just a bit more here in the straight part of the circuit. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. Heading up to the most complicated part of the circuit here, punching it and just drifting over there, just trying not to lose control. As we have a cone, that will be 0.4 seconds added to the final time from the transponder. Very nice job from them anyways. As we'll now have to check what the time for them was. A very decent 65.161 seconds for them. Very decent time. Now they're quite up there, yes. But at the same time, not the best. Of course, not everybody can be the best. As now we have car number 395 heading into the 395, heading into the racetrack. I think this is University of Valencia, which historically they have been a very powerful combustion car, and they have loads of expertise and loads of experience just dealing with combustion car in Formula 1 competitions. And I might add, actually, they have very good drivers. Historically, they have been very good drivers on the team. Very nice run from them. They surely do know how to drive. Well, welcome back, Luis.
Hello again.
You're missing a very nice run from University of Valencia. They're doing an amazing job.
Wow, look, yesterday they had no front wing, The
Yeah,
acceleration,
well,
and
yeah.
They already have
That's
one.
quite the comeback story, right?
Wow.
That's some Hollywood type of thing. They could do a movie like
Crazy. In fact, look, we have 58
that's
seconds for
that's
the
an insane
University of
time. That's
Valencia.
an insane time. They just killed it.
Oh my God, how this car goes!
Look at them go. No cones. Amazing time. Amazing pace in track. Just like razor thin on the corners. And just really negotiating. It seems like it almost seems like driverless. It almost seems like like it's so computer controlled. But no, it's not. It's just a very, very talented driver.
So University of Valencia is going for the second round. Wow, really
And this
fast,
is,
really good.
this is even faster than the first one. This guy surely knows how to drive.
Wow.
Yep, very, very nice, very nice.
Wow, really cool. How it looks, it sounds, and it goes amazing. Wow.
Oh my God, unbelievable
That
lap
end.
from these guys.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow, I have to clap also.
There's a very grand round of applause from the whole
Wow.
grandstand for these guys. Really, really nice.
Wow, really excited to see. Hello.
We've got now
Really excited to see the time of this.
some important people heading up here in the media
Wow.
area. Our main sponsors, representative from our main sponsors as well here, from Nissan, Bosch, MathWorks, Gestamp. Very, very
Here we
nice.
are.
You can
We
see
have
now
like a
here,
pause,
like
I think. I don't know. No. We have already.
we have to say, like, these guys are actually really lucky. They're in the VIP position here. You can see most of the circuit from here. You can see you have access to the live camera, the live feed, and so just like getting all the atmosphere here, just like getting this rolling. I really have to admit, back when I was in Formula student as well, it wasn't that serious. We didn't have sponsors come here visiting us. We didn't have live feed. We didn't have streaming. It was all more like it was as professional, but at the same time it was less known. I would say it was with less budget put into it, and you can really see how the trajectory and just doing this competition year after year, it's actually paid off, right? And
Totally right.
you've got main brands coming here to just like help carry this event forward, right? And I think this is very nice. In the end of the day, these are companies that maybe in the future they could profit from some of the engineers that are actually competing here today.
Of course. I mean, the automotive world, once you begin, it's like you have to visualize your work. But I mean, you can do it in Formula Student, you can do it. And then at the end, you can work in several places like Nissan, like Gestamp, like
Well,
Bosch.
in my personal experience, my first job was straight out of Formula Student, was in Nissan. So
Okay.
yeah, shout out to those guys for letting me work there. Yes, it was a very, very nice experience. Actually, I have to say.
Oh,
As we have
I think
an
something
electric
went-
car.
went wrong. I mean,
Yep,
the car
yeah,
has
the car
stopped.
just stopped. Car number 48, University of the Basque Country, Vizcaya, with some problems in there. That's quite a shame for them because, now obviously this autocross run is virtually over for them. But they still have 3 more tries. Well, let's see if they are able to actually get the car running again.
It was an
In the
electric
meantime,
one,
yellow
right?
flags on the track, of course. Autocross has been stopped.
I mean, the first round is for the University of Malaga.
Yeah. We now have the
MART.
second driver of University of Malaga. Let's see if now that the track is in optimal conditions and the second driver might be the fastest, if they are able to punch in a very good time.
I mean, that was really funny. I remember one moment on Tuesday. I was interviewing one member of this team, and he's called Ivan. And I was talking to him, and I told him, okay, I'm going to ask you something really easy for the first time. And the question was, what's your name and where do you come from? And he started to tell me, well, this is so complicated. And I started to laugh like crazy. I don't know, it was like the funny things of the south of Spain.
Well, Malaga, they have the Salero, right?
Wow,
They have,
Salero. Salero
Salerito,
everywhere.
papa.
It's so good.
So now we can actually see our very special guest arriving here. A Formula One personality, not. All right, just in a few minutes we'll be able to interview our special guest and our sponsors as well, and see what they think of the event, their impressions, and then how they're actually feeling about all of this so far. Yeah.
I mean, it's also part of the engineering world. This is like Formula One, but for students. But
Well, yeah,
for
it's
example,
nothing of the nothing of the short. It's just
Sure.
Formula One for students, and that's it. And in the future, some of them, as I have some colleagues of mine, are actually going to end up working in Formula One.
Yeah.
Formula One, Formula E, GT Series. It's all part of the thing. When you love motorsport, in the end, it's your passion, and you're driven to just like pursue your engineering career in this, in this atmosphere, right? Like, even though you don't end up in motorsport, like in my case, you eventually you end up in the automotive industry, like working in Nissan, Mercedes, and or like these big companies. They are looking for engineers with this level of talent and the capability, just to the adaptability, right, and the cross functionality that this discipline provides, right, and it's as we were telling yesterday, right? Like the fact that you have actually to design a part, that you have to manufacture a part, that you have to get in contact with sponsors and negotiate, right? That you have to carry out the schedule, the logistics plan to actually be with sufficient time for testing and for for making sure that the car is not just assembled but like really up and running and reliable and so on, and then that you have to obviously compete and really like put your best foot forward in this competition. It's very cross-functional and it really highlights a lot of abilities, because you keep building technical profiles that are able to actually tackle a whole wide range of disciplines in the engineering world, and this is really, really, really valued in the job market afterward. As we have now the second run of University of Malaga, the second driver trying to put a better time than before.
I mean, and the car from the University of Basque Country could not make it.
No, he
they had to
didn't.
push. The marshals had to push the car out of the limits of the circuit.
Yeah, they didn't make it. I hope they don't run out of time, because that was the first attempt. I hope it's not serious, and I hope they can actually sort their problems out. As we have as well, car number 133, University of Comillas as well. We have two cars on track
from Spain.
Yes,
we have
University of Comillas heading onto the track for the first round of the day. First year as well competing in Formula Student, so yeah, big round of applause for them, because they really deserve it.
Sure. And that's the two cars from the southest part of Spain and the northest part of Spain.
Very good. University of Malaga finishing the run with perfect. So University of Malaga, very nice. Okay, very nice, decent time of 71.4 seconds. Very, very nice from Malaga. As they head up to the second run of the second driver. So this is going to be the last run. Let's make them. They have knocked out a cone. That will be 0.4 seconds extra added to the final time for the run of Malaga. But as we're seeing in the camera, this guy is just like punching it right now. No fear. Very nice from them. And University of Malaga negotiating the last part of the circuit, which is arguably the most difficult part, which you have here, this right-hander that has to be negotiated at very high speed, but not that high if you don't want to go off track. This last chicane and this left-hander to finish the autocross circuit, very nice from them. Very, very nice. Amazing job from University of Malaga, punching in a time of, let's see, 67.666 seconds. Very nice. The best time so far from them. Bon dia. ¿Qué tal, Albert? Un plaer. Well then, this is a surprise for you guys.
Hello.
Let's please give a warm welcome to our surprise guest, Albert Fábrega.
Thank you.
Very welcome to be here. From Albert to Albert.
Yeah, both. Same passion, I guess.
Yes, same passion. Very nice to have you here. What is your impression so far of what you have seen from the competition?
Not that much, because I just landed 5 minutes ago.
All right, yes.
I've been following a little bit through the social media and through the fantastic YouTube channel you have, and we are talking through. And yeah, it's amazing, to be here, to see how these talented engineers are exploring the limits of the engineering, but in a competition environment that it makes it very special,
Yeah, exactly.
More even for me.
Exactly. Yeah. That was what I was talking about. Like these guys, I mean, even though that this is a competition as well, this sense of camaraderie, right? That this like all of the teams are kind of working as a unit, so that all of the teams can make the most out of it, right? But at the same time, yes, it's a competition, so you have to win it.
Yeah,
right?
That's it.
And it's very. It really stuck with me. It really stuck with me what you said of just going to the limit, because it is so true in this competition. Like we've had for many years now cars with four-wheel drive, right? In Formula Student, 2012, I think, University of Zurich and University of Delft and Karlsruhe, which are the top teams in the competition, well, historically they have been, they started implementing like this four-wheel drive. And now, surprise, surprise, Rimac Nevada,
yes.
Four-wheel drive, right?
Yeah. No,
it's very cool to see how these guys that started in Formula Student, they have been evolving and just moving into the job, like into the automotive industry, and then putting the things that learned in here to actually move the automotive industry forward, right? What's your thought on this?
Yeah, obviously there is a very strong link, a very strong bridge between these kind of competitions and the industrial side of the automotive.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good to see that they are the same way that the big OEMs are exploring the future ways of what we will see on the future and on the automotive side. Obviously, these students are exploring in a smaller way, in a limited way, but the ideas, the talent, the future is here.
Yes,
and,
indeed, yes.
It's good to see that they are already a step behind or a step forward, or a little bit in some things. I think they are going to be earlier than what is going to happen in the future. So
yes.
Everything we will see here, we will see in the short future in our road.
I think so too. I completely agree with you, and I think that this is very very encouraging to actually see that we've got some capable people to actually take the wheels of the future of the automotive industry, right? So very 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 cool. So
and maybe who knows? Is also some people that maybe in the future will work on Formula One and other, motorsports competitions.
Yes.
And this is the first step. That the way that the people work within a team, in a structure, that everyone has his own responsibilities, but with one target. This is the main factors that every single, not only Formula One, every single motorsport team is built. So I think that is a good training, and I think it's good for the Fsstv.
Of course, yes.
That has been involved in a Formula student project.
I can personally vouch for that. Yeah, my CV Formula student experience is just right up there. And I started my professional career. I actually started at Nissan. So thank you to them, our main sponsor for the day and my main employer. Definitely. So yes, and it really
it's a good learning.
It's a very nice learning experience.
To learn how a team is working as a structure with one sole target, one clear target, with the deadlines, with the limits of the projects that you have to be on track at at that time, at that day, with the best you can, with all your project as quick as possible. At the end of the day, you can build a nice car, but you don't know how good, how nice, and how quick it is.
Exactly.
That's next to another
exactly.
One.
I couldn't have said it better.
I think this is the best scenario where you can develop as an engineer, but also as a team player.
Yes, exactly. Because you have to we have to remind our spectators that you only have a period of 9 months, more or less, give or take, from having nothing up to the competition.
Yep.
So that's a very tight schedule, to be honest.
Indeed.
And you have to take into account loads of things, and of course a big part of this is the know-how of previous years, and really this know-how that keeps on building to make every year a better and better and better car. As you can see here, University of Cádiz, this car, I
was in Cádiz last week. Well, not in Cádiz, but in Tarifa. This
very nice.
I came from there.
Did you do some kite surfing?
The wind so strong. There was no chance.
Yes.
The Levante was so strong that day.
So you can actually, I'm sure you can appreciate the differences between the car from University of Cádiz and probably the car from Barcelona. They're completely they're in a completely different division.
Definitely. It's interesting not only to see the electric and combustion differences between cars, also that some of them, they have no aero devices, and some others have a big wing. So it's really interesting. But I'm sure that they've done a lot of simulations, that they know which is the quickest one, depending on the specialty or depending on the track. But
this is a funny thing that we were talking with Luis earlier before. For us, in a Formula student experience, in a Formula student environment, of course, University of Cádiz being one of the newcomers to the competition, when you're just
step by step.
Exactly, step by step. You're not going to focus in aerodynamics if you don't have a proper drivetrain, right? So this is the thing, and you can really see the history of the teams. Actually, by how refined...
It happened also in motorsport. Sometimes you take off wing and then the car is quicker. Huh?
Exactly.
There as well.
Yeah. But it's very nice to see the history of the teams by how refined the aero package is in the teams. You've got University of Barcelona with lateral aero, with front wing, rear wing, then some little wings in the side of the cockpit as well. Really working it and simulating it with supercomputers and so on. So that's it's a really serious aero work that they're carrying up there. At the same time, you only can do this when you have everything else mastered, right?
Agree. It's aerodynamics is a very, better than me probably, but it's very difficult science. And
yes, it is.
It's really, really complicated, even for the Formula One teams that are investing a lot of money, not only on the wind tunnels, also on CFD and any single tool that can help them on aerodynamics, and sometimes they fail. Or not to, I wouldn't say fail, but they're not getting the results that
exactly.
expected.
especially
So
in Formula One,
the
right?
Correlation, huh? You know,
Yeah,
the correlation.
yeah.
So sometimes what happens on the track is quite different what you get on the simulation. So it's good to see the teams, the young talents, exploring all these tools to understand how they work and how they can apply all these knowledges, all this know-how on the cars to make it quicker and nicer as well, because this is a big part of the
for sure. For sure. Like, of course, us in Formula Student, we don't have access to wind tunnels, but you know what we do actually when we're testing aerodynamics, we just put like, it's very rudimentary, but once we've done like the super
but
computation.
To understand the concept, sometimes it's better to do this.
Yes, exactly. But once we've done like the supercomputing models and everything, then on the front wing, once we've designed it, we put like some duct tape with some. Yeah, exactly. And then we see like how the air just like fluctuates because the threads and everything just like moves in some directions and some others. And then we can see, okay, is this useful or is it not? And then, but I mean,
some conditions maybe works, in some others
exactly,
not.
Exactly. It's not a wind tunnel, but it does the trick.
Yeah, it is. No, indeed. Any single thing that can help you to understand that if you are doing it in the right way or not is always.
Yes,
it's always welcome on this. So yeah, really interesting. And if okay, yeah, we could be chatting for a long time here.
Yeah, I think we could probably go on chatting for a long time. I'm pretty sure you could actually like give me some lessons of motorsport and life.
I'm pretty much sure that I will learn a lot here today.
Well, I certainly hope so, and I certainly
getting a close look to the cars and see.
And I certainly wish that you actually like it, and that you become hooked to it, because it really is a very enjoyable competition.
For sure. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. It was an absolute pleasure.
It was for me. My pleasure.
Thank you very much. Albert Fàbrega, everybody. Yep. No tots els dies, no tots els dies. Què tal? Vale, sí, despenja'm. Okay, so welcome back. We did a short intermission. I honestly needed to catch a break because it was like so much time just talking and talking and talking. We have Luis, wandering around here, but now special guest with us here today, representing our main sponsor, Nissan, Jordi Bell. Pleasure to have you here.
Morning, Albert. Good morning, all.
Thank you very much for continuing us the time for a quick interview, and just to start things off, just how are you seeing this? How are you feeling?
Well, it's fantastic. Okay, so I think Nissan has been here from the very beginning in Barcelona. First start in 2010.
Yes.
And then we try to be here all the years, supporting somehow. It's not easy, but we really like the competition. We really like this.
Yep, I think it's very important that that companies such as yours really put their foot forward, right, in supporting this kind of events. Well, basically because it's just like, it's kind of a two-way relationship. I wouldn't say it's a win-win, but at the end of the day, you will be profiting the knowledge that these guys that are now students will bring later on in the automotive industry. Maybe you can collect some of the talent pool in here and just bring them to Nissan, right?
That's it. So basically, I'm representing here the Nissan Technical Center.
Yes.
We are really lucky to have a technical center here with an investment in research and development. Unfortunately, we have closed the manufacturing plant.
Yeah, that was sad news. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. With all the impact, social impact and everything that has, but we need to also to put in value that we're keeping here a technical center.
Yes.
That is now employing more than 300 engineers and technicians, and Nissan has put this in Barcelona because we have the talent and we have the people, because the facilities you can set everywhere.
Yep.
But the people and the talent is not easy,
Sure.
And especially for automotive when there is a big competitors in Germany, US and UK, all these countries. I think we need to put that in value here, and one of the reasons I think why we're here is that. So talent, technically all the innovations that you can see here from the universities are really in the front line for electrification, which is
it's state of the art, right? Yeah,
state of the art. And then also driverless technologies, which is very helpful for the ADAS, for the autonomous drive and safety technologies we are all developing for the OEMs. So I think in that sense, we have here the growing talent, all the junior engineering, and that's one of the reasons why we're definitely here.
Yeah, I mean, how valuable it is to have an engineer that has previously already worked on a full driverless vehicle to just like grab him and just like, okay, now you work for me.
Principles are the same, physics, maths are exactly the same, but then obviously the responsibility to bring that to OEM production for thousands and to the final customer, it's different. So we do engineering the cars, we really enjoy doing that, but the principles that we have here in the Formula student, not only technical, but the team spirits and the cooperation and the passion that they have for the engineering the car. This is really one of the values that we always consider in the technical center at the time of recruitment.
I think that from a recruitment standpoint, having an engineer that is actually capable of doing this, like an engineer that has this wide toolbox, right, available at your disposal, but at the same time it has the human capabilities, right, the negotiation skills, right, as well. It's very important when you're in a working environment just to have the proper set of negotiation skills, just to really put moving things in motion, right, and the human factor to just like deal and cooperating with your department or with in cross-functional projects. This is cross-functional projects nowadays are the day-to-day basis in automotive industry as well. You have to kind of be able to navigate the sometimes difficult waters, right? To just like be able to communicate with other departments that maybe do not share your same interests, right?
Yeah, as you said, not only the state of the art of the calibration, of engine control unit or laser ADAS, software development for that, but also the management of the team itself, or the logistics, or the feasibility or the business case, making it feasible with all the sponsors and everything. So altogether is one of the reasons that we've been here from the beginning, and it's not easy for the companies because obviously this is a business environment and they always try to bring the business case or the return of investment.
Yeah.
Which is difficult sometimes to justify, but clearly growing the talent, and actually we can see that in the organization because there are some management positions that they are growing really good, and they are from the formula studying from the beginning.
Yes.
So we can see that already in our organization.
Yeah, this is a very special competition with a very, I would say, predictable outcome in the future, right? Because these guys are just top-notch engineers. So where best than in Nissan, Mercedes, Seat, right? So this is where you can maybe just like, boost your talent and just build your professional career in the most efficient manner. Of course, there are going to be some motorsport fanatics that will end up in Formula One, Formula E. That is, that is also Formula student, but for grown-ups. So
have also some of the students or graduates we have in our teams and in our organization now are part of some of the teams, like McLaren or even some in the Formula One. Part of the team.
Yeah, very, very, very nice. So, I actually forgot what I was going to say to you. Well, that happens. Cosas del directo. So now we're having University of Valencia as well. This has been the fastest car of the autocross, and actually so far the only car that has been below the 60-second mark. And you have some experience working with them and just knowledge from them. So
the Valencia, they have the Cátedra, the motores.
Yes.
They always been really in the front line of the combustion engines.
Yeah.
And they're still there. Really, they have some incident with the driveless at the first day, but it's good to see that they have recovered. And now they are really doing well on the endurance and yesterday on the acceleration as well.
Yeah, it's quite actually quite remarkable to see how in the acceleration they actually broke the car, and they didn't have a front wing and no impact attenuator. Luckily, no terminal damage. But they've done it. They have a front wing and they have an impact attenuator, and they're actually like putting the best time of the competition. How amazing is that? They must been working like for hours on end, right? This resembles more about my Formula Student experience than probably the top teams on the competition. When you have like in my experience, when you have like a top car, a competition is always more relaxed. When you have issues, when you have problems, then you have to do like hours just like crazy.
But that's it. That's part of the values that we were talking just before.
Yeah.
So I think the engineering has to learn always from the fails, and the history is full of this history.
Yes.
And this is one more sample.
Yep.
So these guys have to work all day night to recover the car and here we are. So they are now running.
I remember back in my day, we had a colleague of yours, Luis Roger, from Nissan, as technical advisor, and we had, this was Cat 08, I think it was the car from 2014, 2015, and it was
actually it was the first electric car that was actually putting some good results. So yeah, we were completely stoked about that, right? And so we were in testing, and basically we broke the suspension because we were driving to the limit, and the suspension was carbon fiber. It was tubular carbon fiber and so on. And I remember Luis coming to us just like completely mad, completely out of his senses. Just, you broke the car, and we were so happy. We were so happy because, like, thank God, like, finally we have a car so fast that we're driving it to the limit, and we're starting to actually test the parts, and we're actually trying to, like, we're actually starting to just test the components and see where they fail. When you are able to just come to a point where you can actually test the integrity of the car, and you can start to make things, better. That's a sweet spot. That's a sweet spot.
And then you learn that you need always to put the tolerance.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Clearly, yes.
Well, very, very nice. So, I think some interesting cars will be coming ahead. Probably Terrassa, which they actually did an amazing job, an outstanding job in the acceleration yesterday.
Yes. They performed really well, yeah?
Yeah.
I think they were second, if my memory is not
Yes.
wrong.
Yes. I have to admit, between between our team, car number 54, and Terrassa, Barcelona and Terrassa, there's always been this kind of
rivalry.
Let's say healthy, healthy rivalship, kind of, yeah. It hurts when they. It's a little bit. I would say it's not like Barça and Madrid because we just like hate each other, but like probably like Barça and Espanyol. I won't say
and
which
also
one.
Like Fsstv and Telecos, because I was Telecos, right? But,
yes.
It's nice to see now that all the mechanics, Fsstv and all the electronics, are really working together now.
Yes. And there always has been like this kind of saying, like healthy rivalry, right, between the teams. When it comes to a point where if any other team needs assistance, this rivalry just like fades away, and you have camaraderie, right, and you have this sense of wanting to help the other anyways. So yes, but it was a little heartbreaking for me personally to see Terrassa pumped up this outstanding time in the acceleration.
It's really good for the competition.
Yeah. It's very good actually. And now we're having all the grandstand just like, especially the team from Malaga, just like cheering like crazy. Of course, having here a personality like Albert Fábrega helps a little bit. Like they weren't doing that before when I was here. All right, Jordi. Okay. So I think we're going and we're heading for a little bit of an intermission. So it has been very, very nice to talk to you. A pleasure. Your know-how in the competition, in the world of OEMs, and how you can actually transfer the talent that we're seeing here into the real world. So thank you very much for having us. And it has been a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you, Bert. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Dale. And we are back. We are back with Autocross as we have car number 50, University of Lisbon, just heading on to the final round of Autocross. Let's see now, the wind has picked up as... Okay, yeah, so the driver from Lisbon has botched the Autocross. He has got a little confusion there, just knocking out a cone off the circuit and going off track. So this run is going to be useless after all. So, for those of you people connecting just right now, we had a very couple of interesting interviews with Albert Fàbrega and Jordi Bell. Albert Fàbrega, the famous personality of Formula One and social media enthusiast as well, and Jordi Bell from our main sponsor, Nissan. As we now have car number 74 from University of Vitoria. They seem to be doing a fine job at it, although at their own pace. Not everyone can go as fast as Kiel. They seem now to have stopped. Yep, they seem to have some kind of trouble. Well, Autocross is stopped until they can either remove the car from the track or just manage to get it running again. In the meantime, we have another car waiting. Probably University of Lisbon doing their final run of the day. So now marshals are actually carrying the car out of the track. And let's see. So as now the stewards have put University of Lisbon in the starting line and they're heading for the final run of the day. As it seems the marshals have been capable of removing the University of Vitoria's car out of the Autocross circuit. It's all set and ready for University of Lisbon. I think any minute now they should be heading for the last run.
Concentration is palpable, yes. And there it goes. Absolutely blazing. University of Lisbon just doing a very fine job on this last run. Let's see. There you go, managing this curve that successfully this time. Very nice negotiation of the chicane there and the fog. As we can see now, the times that have been put here in the monitor, with University of Valencia just popping out an outstanding 57 seconds. As we now have on track as well, car number 133, University of Comillas. Well, University of Lisbon really doing a fine job here. A very talented driver indeed. And a very nice car, if I can say so myself. Very good from the guys from Lisbon. As we now see, just heading up to the last half of the circuit, the car from the University of Comillas that has completely lost it, apparently. He's just gone the wrong way. This is just this is not a shortcut. He's just gone the wrong way. He's got a good job anyways. This is going to be the best time of the day. We now have prepared, this is a very special moment, we now have prepared car number E54, which is UPC Barcelona. As we have the team in the grandstand ready to cheer up. Well, this third run from them is going to be quite a slow one. But it's all good and fine. They still have one more try to go. Still the driver can use this try to get familiarized with the track to then push the car to the limit in the next one. And there you go, look at that, what a beauty. That car is just beautiful, isn't it? Very nice driving skills from the driver in charge of Barcelona's car. As we now have car number 124. I think this is University of Roma. So then again, car number 54 heading for the last try on the autocross. Let's see if they manage to put a nice time in here. Let's go, guys. Yeah, now that's it. That's more like it. That's more like it.
Very well done. Very well done on this. Ale. Vale. So, car number 54 just heading to the last half of the circuit. Really doing a nice lap here. Absolutely no cones knocked out. Very nice. Very good indeed. Very good. As we're heading to the tricky part of the circuit, just a high-speed right-hander, left-hander chicane with lack of grip. Left-hander to finish, and very good job for car 54. As we now have a special guest here, the responsible of social media, Andrea.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
Very excited to see this test.
I mean, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And to be honest, like you as a former, well, as a team member from Vizcaya, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's loads of people from the media team and so on that just they're just from media and they didn't have the knowledge of Formula Shooter. And for you, I think this has been even more special, right?
Yeah, it's very special to be here now, seeing this test and knowing about that.
Yeah. It's absolutely special. How do you see the guys from Barcelona? What do you think about the run?
They're very good. Yeah, doing very good.
Do you want to check the times?
Okay, let's see it.
Let's see what they did. Oh my God! Yes, indeed, they did 61 seconds, 0.5. This is
great.
Well, they're actually in the second position electric cars.
Whoa.
So that's very nice. Very good from them. Very good from them. So, what would you say is your experience in a Formula Student team?
It's it's hard sometimes because you have to be in the university and also working with the car, but finally it's a very good experience to have during the university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. So, Andrea, would you stay here with me just to say goodbye to the people?
Okay.
Because Autocross now has finished, and so I think this is the streaming for today.
Bye bye.
Tomorrow is endurance, so it's the big guns tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the big finale. So yeah, goodbye everybody. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow. Bye.